Peymon who?
Mata Heyday.
Peymon Lata Heyday. Who is he?
Never paid taxes for 30 years. Fought the U.S. tax court and won.
See, I believe our rights come from God, not from government.
Hello to my truth and freedom-seeking friends. I'm Peymon Mutahede, the president of Freedom Law School, which I created in 1996. And for over 30 years, I have not filed and paid even $1 of income or payroll taxes to its really slavery IRS. Our website at Freedom Law School is freedomlawschool.org, and I've been teaching people like you for over 30 years to be free, just like me. In this presentation, I will cover for you the issue of why are you working hard and paying a bunch of lazy people who don't want to work. Yes, I'm talking about the federal government. Senate report recently came out. See this amazing thing, okay? Senate report says that only 6% of federal workers show up in person full-time on a full-time basis. You're paying income and payroll taxes for a bunch of lazy butts, like you see here, to work out of their home, whatever they feel like, any way they want to, finger up the nose, playing around on the couch, like you see here, okay? And you are in debt to credit card companies, okay? This article comes from needtoknow.news of G. Edward Griffin, great source for you to go to. Needtoknow.news from good information about what's going on out there. So, folks, this is getting worse and worse. Now, we got the article, okay, from Senator Joni Ernst's office, okay? You can read more about it, needtoknow.news. And there's a couple good little videos on this topic that you ought to check out on your own. But let's get to a little bit more in depth about this. Check this out, guys. This is a federal worker saying, my office for the next hour. He's got his laptop there, question and answers on the screen. Look at that. That's his leg in the hot tub working, and you are paying for him, having a good time getting paid, relaxing on his hot tub. And you're going to get fired from his job? Oh, if you do, you must be dreaming, because it doesn't happen. They keep suckering you and get that money out of you thinking, I'm paying for us to defend our country from the Chinese, Russians, Iranians, all these Arab terrorists. You know, I'm paying for old people not to be on dog food with Social Security, Medicare. Your money's going down the rat hole. You see right here, more of it. See, it's all over the news. Here's another one from Daily Mail came out. Biden's HUD will reevaluate expensive telework. Telework, working from their home is what they mean. And locality pay policies falling pressure from Senator Joni Ernst after Bob's report revealed agencies only at 7% occupancy, wasting millions of taxpayers' dollars. The buildings are empty by over 90%. This is typical, my friends, of the federal agencies, okay? This is a report of Senator Joni Ernst at ernst.senate.gov, okay? Out of office. Checked out. Yeah. Bureaucrats on the beach and in bubble baths, but not in office buildings. Yes. Look at that. You're paying for that, folks. With your tax dollars, these government bureaucrats having a good time while you are in debt, cannot pay for good food, good housing, don't have enough to have a car repair. Something happens, yeah, you pay for these guys. Folks, you got to read this thing for yourself, okay? There's the executive summary there and more, but let me get you some of the more interesting parts of this report and other sources. Look at this. Just 3% of federal workforce used to telework or work out of their home on a daily basis before the corona hoax, COVID-19, pandemic, okay? So today, the temporary pandemic practice is a assumed public employee perk. Yeah! Now, it's become routine for everybody, okay? 6% report in person on a full-time basis.
Huh?
Yeah, just 6%. Not even 1 in 10 federal workers shows up, while nearly a third of government workforce is entirely remote. You want to work out of your home all the time? Go to take your breaks when you want to, do what you want to do? Work for the federal government. The American citizen suckers are paid for you to kick back at your home. Okay, guaranteed safe pay, guaranteed pension, guaranteed pay for holidays and all everything. And Juneteenth Day, nonsense, all that stuff. They get paid for all that also, days off, these guys, right? Now, this is another report by the federal government that came out 3 years ago, okay? WhiteHouse.gov put this out there, joint federal report. Here's what it says. The federal government quickly went from 3% of employees teleworking to every day to nearly 60%. 6 out of 10 federal workers, okay? That was back in 2021, okay? Now, look at this one. This is from the Federal News Telework. Yeah, this is, the federal stuff they talk about, okay? Survey. Feds question the why behind return to office push. Why is there push to have these government workers go back to work? That was in April of 2024. Well, let's see what the report says inside further. It says, of the survey respondents, about 30% said they work entirely remotely, federal workers. 6% work entirely in person. 6%! And 64% were working on a hybrid schedule, a mix of in-person work and telework. Yeah. And you know what? Elon Musk said if you count the office maintenance, and the security guards, the maintenance people that maintain it, clean it up and do the plumbing, electricity, change light bulbs, those guys got to be there in person. And security guards, probably closer to only 1% of them actually show up to work on a full-time basis.
Huh?
That's how bad it is, wasting your money for lazy people to get paid. Is a report again of our Senator Ernest says that the nation's capital is a ghost town, with government buildings averaging an occupancy rate of only 12%. 12%. What does that mean? Federal buildings are about 90% empty. Only 10%. Because everybody else is at home, taking a hot tub, on the couch, relaxing, working telework if they do any work at all, and no one is watching them. They're not watching each other, right? Because your boss is doing telework as well as you, and the boss's boss, same thing. They're all kicking back, just like Joe Biden has been on the beach. Oh yeah, extend the time. Who does he work for, Joe Biden? Not for you, the American people, that's for sure. He works for people that would pay for his election and the media, own the media, to put him in there as their puppet to do their bidding, right? Okay. Now let's go further into the source documents. Public Buildings Reform Board came out March 2024. And here's what it says. This chart of different federal government agencies, okay? And the list of agencies and approximate utilization or of the square foot. How much of the building they're actually using. Now, look at this. Department of Energy, 0%. What does that mean? That means no one shows up to work. Department of Energy, everybody there works out of their home. Everyone, according to this report. One reason why you want to get rid of the Department of Energy, right? You don't even need it. How about this one? Agency for Global Media. What a garbage agency that was. Oh, wow. 2% they show up to work. Look at this one. U.S. Department of Agriculture. Oh, we need that. to help the poor farmers. Oh, we're going to help the farmers. Yeah, it's about the farmers, right? We got to have this thing. Guess what? 6% of these guys show up to work to help the farmers. Oh, how about the veterans, Department of Veteran Affairs? Oh, yeah. All these budget increases they give to help the veterans. We need more money for veterans. Where does the money for our veterans go? Well, here it is. It goes to them to work out of the home, the employees of this VA. 7% only are at the job. The rest are at home kicking back. Oh, how about this? Environmental Protection Agency. Oh, my gosh. We are protecting the environment. Oh, yeah, climate change, environment. Oh, look at that. 8% of them are there. Yeah. The rest of them at home having a good time. How about some of the ones that are more efficient? Oh, Government Services Administration, GSA. That's 14%. That's high. 14% of them actually show up to work. Over 85% do not even show up to work. Yeah, with your hard-earned work, your dollars that you've been voluntarily paying the crooks and criminals and lazy ass in the federal government. Folks, I can't call them anything else, but that's what they are, right? Okay, so here we go. Back to the Senate's report of the senator. Over half of federal employees are telework eligible. Half of them. Half of them. It's a practice that half of federal workers are allowed to simply work out at home. We'll look at that. You possibly could do that, right? And then the report goes and says that nearly 9% of those are teleworking. Yep. Work out at the home. That's fine. Status of telework in the federal government report to Congress, that was back in 2022. Came out. It's worse now, of course, right? Well, here's what it says. Look at the different agencies. On the top right, percentage of employees teleworking. So Department of Interior, for example, and the sub-agency, Office of Inspector General, right? Okay. Number of employees have 312. They have eligible, 309 of them are eligible, okay? So percentage of employees teleworking is 99%. Almost all of them of Office of Inspector General, they work out of their home. They do not show up to work, okay? Let's go to some of them. How about the Department of the Treasury? Okay, Bureau of Engraving and Prints, right? They print those dollar bills for you, Federal Reserve notes, okay? 32% of them are working out of the home. Gee, 68% of them is all you need to print the paper dollars, right? Apparently so. Okay, look at that. Department of the Treasury, departmental offices. Oh, out of the 2,313, 2,224 are eligible and actually work out of their homes. Now, some of them, other ones, look at this one. Department of the Treasury, Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Oh, these guys are supposed to catch criminals? Guess what? Even though they got over 111% of them. Over 100% of them work out of their home. They're eligible, only 267. Actually, 277 work out of the home. And they are the criminals themselves. They're stealing from you. Financial Crimes Network. That's the criminals network. Be lazy, stealing from you. And look at this, the Department of the Treasury, okay? So out of the 82,766 agents they got, 68,000 plus are doing telework, 92%. Yeah. 92% IRS workers work out of their home. Wow. And you're thinking that these guys are working hard, coming after you and scaring you. Wow! Be afraid of the IRS. We're going to come get you. Whereas IRS agents are lazy at home, kicking back. They've been answering people's phone calls. That's why there's always a long wait to answer the phones at the IRS if you call them. Check it out for yourself if you haven't experienced that before. So here's a good deal by the IRS for the government workers. He's a Mr. Communist. Socialist Biden signs hybrid work deal for thousands of government workers. A deal has been struck to allow 42,000 government employees to continue to hybrid work. That means work at house, of their own homes and offices, past a change in administrations. That's right. December 2024 this came out. In other words, Biden is building more support among his friends, communists in government. Hey guys, I am for you. I'm a communist. You a government worker? I'm with you. I'm a lazy ass like you. So vote for me next time. Remember who is for you? Government workers? Can you live it off the American people's back? Me. We got enough of the stupid, ignorant Americans vote for the communists in the population, and then boom, we're definitely going to get 98% you government workers because I'm for you, party of power, communism like the Soviet Union was, right? That's what they are, people. Now let's look at this. This is the IRS. Everybody's afraid of the IRS. Oh, IRS. Let's see what the Secretary of Treasury says about IRS workers not coming to work over 50% of the time. This is Senator Collins of Maine asking her about this issue.
I'm trying to reconcile the data that's reported by the Inspector General to the IRS's goal of having its employees work half of their workdays in the office. It seems to me that the Inspector General found that they are not working half of their workdays in the office.
Some of the employees are covered by collective bargaining agreements. They're members of a union, and to enforce those rules requires an agreement with the union.
Let me just ask you one final question.
Did you hear that? Oh, I'm so helpless. That's just part of the collective bargaining. You know what she's saying? She's not saying? Decades ago, they passed laws in place to feed these government workers, borrow your money with contract you cannot get out of. And whenever communist Democrats get in office, they feed these beasts more because they are dedicated, very loyal voting bloc of the Communist Party USA, the Democrat Party. It started with John F. Kennedy, original. He got this going to get the support of government workers. Since that time, that was it. Democrat Party was even more than before the party of the communists in the government. What's communism, folks? Everybody works, gets paid the same, or doesn't work and gets paid the same. That's them. While you are the sucker slaves paying for these lazy people to get comfy and rich when you bust your butt. Is inflation hurting you? Is the price of egg up? Is the price of food and things up? Do things cost more? Are your savings down? Is your credit card debt up? Are you able to take more vacations or less vacations? Inflation? But government workers, no problem. They get every year inflation adjustment and pay increase. Does your pay increase keep up with inflation? Oh, it doesn't. Well, guess what? I'm going to give you a big pay increase right now if you accept it. I'm going to show you you've been deceived to make yourself poor, paying income and federal taxes that you never owed to put in the pocket of these fat, lazy government workers. All you got to do is go to freedomlawschool.org, our website, okay? And you can restore freedom and take the 7 steps to regain your power and freedom and never again voluntarily pay these lazy people at the Washington, D.C. swamp legally and safely guaranteed. Click on the 7 steps right there. It takes you through, okay, to free yourself of slavery, okay? So step 1 is follow the law. Start with this 9-minute video based upon U.S. government's official legal websites where 99% of Americans are not required to file income taxes. There's more supporting videos on this thing, short ones under 10 minutes or longer ones in detail. If you want to check it out, folks, check it out. I'm not making it up. This is government's own official legal websites and reports. Not my opinion. U.S. government's official legal websites. Got that? Now, that's number 1. Then we're going to go on to step 2. Step 2 is you got to recognize that you got to stop filing those 1040 income tax confession forms, put the rope around your neck. That's right. That is what you do, because when you sign the form, you claim that you owe the IRS money under oath, and that's why IRS gets the power to rape you. You did it yourself. Okay, so you got to really look into this issue more for yourself, okay? And then look, here it is, 1040 form. You signed it under penalty of perjury. Yes, you do. Sign here under oath that you owe the IRS money. It's not my opinion. Look at the 1040 form you signed last year. You'll see it right there, okay? And then, guess what? You got to recognize they've been scaring you with deception. The Wizard of Oz is the corrupt major media that you, the Dorothy Americans, and your friends be made to be afraid of the IRS, that file income tax. Otherwise, you're going to go to prison. You'll be a martyr. You're going to file income tax. Don't listen to those people. Don't tell you not to file. You better be a good slave. File a 1040 form around your neck, even though you don't want to. Do it anyways. Right? So you got to get over this thing. Recognize they've been deceiving you by programming you with fear. Okay? With psychological gamesmanship to be a good little slave by controlling your mind. What you gotta do is, like the movie Matrix Morpheus says, free your mind. Watch the movie Matrix to free your mind also. Okay? So, and we gotta recognize step 3, that the IRS is leaving non-filers alone. There's about 80 million non-filers. Okay? All the facts are there. No need to be afraid of the IRS, okay? At all. Step 4, reality is, this is a myth of the IRS versus reality. I've beaten the IRS. So have our students repeatedly, okay? Like I said, I've not filed a income tax for over 30 years openly. IRS knows me very well. Very well. I've been under criminal investigation by the IRS at least 3 different times. I'm not in prison. Why? Because they know, I know, there's no law requiring the average American in the 50 states like you and me to file income tax. I know, like you will know, that only federal workers that work in D.C. and citizens and residents of D.C., they have to pay income tax. Not you, the people of the 50 states. So, with our students, none of our students has ever gone to prison for taxes, nor had they paycheck or bank account levied or home or business seized by the IRS, as long as they came to us clean and stopped filing up income tax with Freedom Law School. You could do the same thing if you want to, on your own or with us. And you don't have to be a slave afraid of the beast. Okay? Stop being a slave and stop paying, it's really slavery, IRS. Okay? It's very simple. Write your lawmakers about the law, okay? It's very simple, okay? Free yourself lawfully by writing U.S. Congress and ask them, look, if I got to file income tax, show me the law, show me one of my petitions to you about income tax fraud is wrong, and I will gladly pay my fair share of taxes. But guess what? No federal lawmaker has ever refuted our legal petitions and shown us the law that requires people of the 50 states to file and pay income or payroll taxes, because we are right, after all, it is based upon U.S. government's official legal websites to begin with, okay? So, and now, all that is for free, completely for free. You should do it for free at freedomlawschool.org, not be a slave of the IRS anymore. Now, IRS is leaving non-filers alone. I'll cover that in our videos. But they're smidgen and starting a little bit of a come after non-filers like that, just because I've been exposing them. Yeah, but they can't come after all of you. There's 80 million plus non-filers. But if you want to be extra safe and, believe it, working together as Americans to work for freedom, take back our country, okay? We're more powerful instead of individuals joining hands together, okay? then you have the spirit of the founding fathers of America in you. And our Restore Freedom Plan is for you. If this is you, then our Restore Freedom Plan is for you. And the purpose of it is to protect you and restore honest, responsive, limited government in America per the U.S. Constitution. Very simple, okay? And tell the people about us. Tell the truth. Empower American people with the law, and you can restore freedom by building America and American people and our families. It all starts at freedomlawschool.org, okay? And you can get paid for telling other people about Freedom Law School. So, in summary, people, it's up to you. If you want to let them control you with fear, oh, I'm afraid of the government, of the IRS, then there's nothing I can do for you. Nothing. But if you really want to be free, you have a choice. As you drive to and from work, put our website on your cell phone, freedomlawschool.org, and watch the videos and listen to the videos as you drive and watch the road safely. When you get to work at lunch or dinner at home, put your cell phone up this time, play the video, and watch and verify that everything you see is based upon U.S. government's official legal websites. You follow the law, and you're forcing the law down the throat of the crooks in the D.C. swamp. See, Donald Trump is at the top trying to empty the swamp, but we the people, we got to empty it from the bottom. We got to stop paying income and federal income taxes we never legally owed. It's your right. It's your duty as an awakened American, to stop feeding the swamp, these lazy federal workers, and Bidens, and the Clintons, and the crooks, and the big banks and corporations that put them in place. Stop feeding them with your hard-earned money that belongs to you and your family. And you know what? Some of that you may be able to contribute to the freedom movement to get our country back. So with that, remember, the solution is freedomlawschool.org. If you have questions, you can call us at 813-444-4800. People, I would love for you to be free. Every one of you to be free. Yes, I would love to see you live and let live, and love and let love world full of joy, peace, and prosperity. But I cannot do that for you. Only you can do that for you. So choose to educate yourself. People suffer from their ignorance, lack of knowledge. Seek the truth, and the truth shall set you free. freedomlawschool.org. Go there, listen to the videos, educate yourself, and have you be free, and tell your friends, family members, everybody you know, and have America be free country at the same time. Thank you for watching.